And good morning, Mr. Vlogger. Good morning, Paige. Hello, Floor. Paige, I was rereading the chat from last night. Listen. Uh, I had no idea you were kidnapped. I didn't see that, of course, during the live. I was too busy running off with the yapper. And then I was like, listen, look at Paige out there, right? Look at Paige out there. Trying to make me feel all small up in here. Trying to make me feel so small. Bless her heart. I'm sitting here being Miss Negative Nancy up here, just putting the cards on the table as I see things. And Paige is down there talking, listen, I've been kidnapped. And I returned. I'm like, you're gonna she's got the kidnapped. She's playing the kidnap card, people. She's playing the kidnap card. Um Jesus Christ. Who would have expected anybody out there to have the kidnap card? Leave it to Paige. Leave it to Paige. And I'm like, Jesus to goodness, Paige. I don't know what all that involved, but truly I thought to myself, my jaw dropped. When I read that, I'm like, I don't know how old you were. I don't know how long you were kidnapped for. I don't know. Was it a domestic situation? Was it with people you know? Was it a total stranger? My goodness. Jesus to goodness. But when I read that, I thought, oh my God, Mallory, she must think you're a complete ass. You're definitely going to lose Paige by the end of this chat. And I was monitoring you, Paige, because, I figured by the time I got done reading last night's chat, you were going to be gone. I'm like, well, there goes Paige. There goes Paige. I lost Paige, people. So I'm glad to see you're still here, Paige. I'm so glad I didn't miss this. I'm so glad Paige is still with me. See, that means, listen, Paige can handle a joke. Paige can handle it, right? If Paige can have the kidnap card in her back pocket, right? And still let a bitch be able to talk and let her throw down her own cards as she sees fit. The rest of y'all have no damn excuse as far as I'm concerned. Ain't no excuse in the world. Hello, Magnolia Moonshine. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good. I want to say good morning, even though it's afternoon. It's just so gloomy outside. It still feels like morning to me. We've got some rain here. Yes, we do. Please, can we get some guest book signatures as you come in today? Is it possible to remember as you all come in to hit the guest book signatures for me? So we can just kind of maintain those, get a decent ratio on them. If you happen to be listening out there, maybe driving down the road, right? Doing a little dishes, doing a little housework, whatever your poison is, if you could just go ahead and reach over and sign the guest book for me really quick this morning, I appreciate it. Or this afternoon, wherever you may be. In Seattle, it's morning time, right? If you're out in Seattle, it's morning time. So I'm well within my rights to say good morning. Lady Pants, Nikki O'Shea, how are you doing? So good to see you. Paige isn't allowed to go anywhere. No, I would be sad. Some people you just get a little extra sad when they disappear. I've gotten quite used to seeing Paige around these parts, I gotta say. Just like cranky old vlogger puppets, his cranky ass. Just some people you just get used to them coming up in here and being here. You just get used to their presence, is what I'm saying. And then when their presence isn't here, you notice it. Let's sign in as we march in for our Mallory. Please do, Flora. I want to say a couple thank yous right off the get-go so it doesn't get lost in this lost in the stream. I hope I'm saying this right. Twin Thong. Do we all know Twin Thong? Am I saying that screen name right? I'm sure I am. Does anybody know Twin Thong out there? Give me a 1 if you've heard of Twin Thong. If I'm saying it wrong, correct me. If there's numbers with it, give me exactly how it, but it's Twin Thong, right? We know who Twin Thong is. Lady Pants says yes, it's Twin Thong. Okay, good. Thank you. Twin Thong and Nicole Pags 5. I want to give them some big old thank yous because they sent me some wish list items. And Nicole sent me a really nice mini set of Starburst mirrors. Okay. Maybe you all might have seen them. If any of you perused my wish list, just checking it out, you might have seen them on there. They're really cute. They really take me back to that whole mid-century feel. I've got a very small sectional wall in between my windows that I plan on hanging those on once everything's painted and everything. So I want to give her a public shout out for those. Thank you, Nicole. And Twin Thong sent me a set of kitchen knives, really to replace some knives that should have been replaced some time ago, right? Listen, I don't know how to sharpen knives. I don't own a knife sharpener. To me, I just use knives until, listen, you know what I mean? You're just sliding back and forth on something, and it ain't cutting nothing. But you're gonna find a way for it to cut anyway. That's kind of like some of how my knives do, right? I'm trying to cut an onion, right? And it's not going chop, chop, chop. It's just you got to rock the knife back and forth, and eventually the onion will pop. Kind of like that. D-Dub sent you a set of kitchen knives. Oh, vlogger, count on you. Count on you, vlogger. That's a good one. But anyway, she sent me a new set of kitchen knives, and she said that she actually has the same set, and she loves them. So thank you so much. Thank you, Twin Thong. I really appreciate it. So I wanted to put those out there just so they didn't get lost up into the mix. Couple thank yous there. Okay, moving on here. Who else is with us? Oh, I behoove you to add a knife sharpener to your wish list, Mallory. Flora, listen, I wouldn't know anything about a knife sharpener. I don't know anything about a knife sharpener. I mean, honest to God, I'd have to YouTube and see how those things even work. I despise sharp knives, his page. You know, I can't get too far off, but I will. When we used to have our shears professionally sharpened every so often in the salon. And I have to have mine sharpened just a particular way. I would actually have them, I would have my tips customized just for me. I would have them slightly beveled on the tips, just a little bit. Because what would happen is, ultimately, if I didn't, I would wind up slicing the hell out of between my fingers, always and forever. If I didn't, they were just so incredibly sharp, and I would forever nick myself, and I'd just be bleeding all over the place. I couldn't have that. So they would be sharp enough to do any haircut I needed to do, but give my skin a fighting chance at the same time. Just just enough time for my to pull my hand back if I felt that shear coming at me. So there's that. So I'm just relating to people who hate sharp things. I have a little bit of a phobia to too sharp of things myself. So, Tolarama, how are you? Good morning. Good morning to you. I got my morning coffee. I sure do. So nice to see everybody here. Listen, I do feel like we could do a little bit better on the thumbs up, though. What do I gotta do? Do I gotta turn on the camera to get more thumbs up? Is that what it is? Have y'all been disappointed that I haven't been doing too much FaceTime lately? I know y'all miss my face, don't you? I know. People are like, Miss Williams, all your cute little sassy facial expressions and all your different hairstyles, and it's we miss the face, girl. Every once in a while we just need to see the face. Well, I admit I've been a little lazy with the camera. People. It's coming. I'll do a little FaceTime with y'all soon. I promise. I'll do a little FaceTime with y'all soon. But until then, can I still get some more signatures on the guest book? Yes, Tull says we do need some more FaceTime. I agree. You all deserve some more FaceTime. I think I'm at my best when I'm in front of the camera. I mean, truth be told, you get the whole package. You do. You get the entire show with the FaceTime. I can't lie. I can't lie. But hey, you do get me more frequently. I will say that. You get me more frequently, okay, without the FaceTime because it's much more convenient. It's far more convenient. Okay. Yes, the FaceTime. Listen, Sloppy Molly gives Candle Wax advice on how to keep subs. Have you ever heard such a thing? Can you imagine? Everybody's favorite life coach is giving out free advice to Candle Wax. Now, I don't know, should Candle Wax take that advice? Should Candle Wax open up her ears and take heed to that advice? Because kind of like if Sloppy Molly is giving away free advice, shouldn't everybody tune in? I mean, she does pull in all those numbers over there, right? She does pull in numbers. People do tune in to watch her. Hate her or love her, they're tuning in to watch her. They'll sit there and watch her and Walter Mercado sit there and talk about nothing. Nothing at all. By the way, I saw a video of Walter Mercado at work the other day. I'm assuming at work, right? Somewhere doing work-related stuff because they said that he was in a warehouse. He said he was in a warehouse. Sitting in an office, right? Now it could be another pretend office, but I'm going to give Walter Mercado credit, the benefit of the doubt, and think maybe it was a real office with real 1980s paneling on the wall. It might have even had a time clock in the back. I'm not even sure, right? But Walter Mercado was sitting in some sort of warehouse office, and he was 18 shades lighter. I counted them. 16, 17, 18 shades I counted. 18 shades later. And it was suddenly all the jaundice had just dissipated from his face. I'm like, well, damn. And I thought to myself, maybe Walter Mercado got the message. Maybe Walter Mercado took him a little life coach lesson from Miss Mallory Williams, right? Maybe he decided he didn't want to look like he had the constant stage or the third stage of salmonella poison or anything of the kind, right? He didn't want to look like Jaundice Boy anymore. So he just decided he's going to change things up again. And he was so much lighter, right? He looked Caucasian. Suddenly there was a Caucasian man sitting there looking like Stuart Smiley, right? All of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, it's Stuart Smiley. There's no Mercado who. And he was like, gosh darn it, people like me. And I'm like, I like you too, Stuart. Where'd you come from, Mr. Smiley? Where'd you come from? Right? And I thought to myself, he must have heard me over here. And I was so proud of myself because I made a difference in someone's YouTube existence and their outward aesthetic, right? Their aesthetic just changed so dramatically. And then last night, he reappeared on the Sloppy Molly show. And he was back as Walter Mercado. 18 shades darker. Salmonella poison, right? Last stages of salmonella. There he was. Jaundice Boy returned. Who is Mallory talking about now? Listen. And I thought to myself, well, damn. It just occurred to me. Apparently, when he goes to work, when he goes to the warehouse, he just can't go to the warehouse looking like he's got the salmonella poisoning. Or he can't go there and be mistaken for Walter Mercado because, you know, he don't have time to stop and give tarot card readings or anything of the kind, right? He doesn't have time for that. It's all business when he pulls up in his Tesla at the warehouse, barking orders at the riffraff, at the entry level employees over there. It's all business. He's got to be the middle-aged Caucasian privileged man, right? The Caucasian man with privilege. That's who he has to be. That's the role he plays during the day. And by night, he's Walter Mercado, the tarot card reader. His puppet name is Johnny Justice. All right. The new sidekick Molly has now Mr. Vlogger. That new sidekick Molly. I came into the wrong place, Magnolia. My bad. So, anywho. See what happened there? I went down a whole rabbit hole unintentionally about that poor child, Walter Mercado. Completely unintentionally. My mind just took me there. The mind took me there because he hypnotized me last night. I was spellbound by that dramatic difference in that very Caucasian-like skin that I saw at the warehouse. It threw me for a loop, right? The way that he can. Now it's almost like he's doing blackface, right? He's very close. There's a fine line, people. It's coming very close. It's a fine line. We have to monitor that one with caution. That one could get the Sloppy Molly show in big trouble. I mean, she's already hollering about black folks can't swim, right? Black folks can't swim. You ain't black. You ain't black, princess. You ain't nothing of the kind. You better start swimming, right? Now she's got Walter Mercado up and they're possibly doing blackface. Now that we know how white he really is, I don't think we can be doing that. I don't think that in today's climate, I don't think that's something that's appropriate. I don't think that's something that people are going to stand for. Don't call me a beggar, but please sign the guest book. Please do sign the guest book. I'm not so sure why we're being so stingy with the thumbs up today. I don't know what's got y'all cranky pants going and you're being like, no, I'm not signing her guest book today. She's not being funny enough for me. Mallory's just not being funny enough for me. I don't find the whole Walter Mercado bit funny anymore. It's just not funny. The whole blackface routine, well, no, that's not funny either. None of it. No. The Caucasian white privilege warehouse, none of it. None of it. The whole bit sucks, Mallory. The whole bit sucks. Just get rid of it. I'm not signing your guest book, Miss Williams. You have to do better. You've spoiled us. You've been far better than this. You know, I'm telling you. Mr. Vlogger, that's what I'm thinking too. Where else can you get this kind of entertainment? This early in the day, right? Not too many places are offering it. It's funny, okay? It's hilarious, Mr. Vlogger. Oh, the Walter stuff is, come on. Thank you, Stop the Cruelty. I'm just saying by now we should have at least 50 thumbs up by now. The proper ratio, based on what we got, we should have a solid 50 thumbs up on the guest. We should have a solid 50. I don't know if people's hands are full. Maybe their hands are just full right now with dishes, with laundry, with their kids, right? There we go. It's looking a little bit better. We're getting there. If we could get me 9 more, I'll shut up. I'll just shut up about the guest book for a hot minute and get right back to sloppy Molly and candle wax, because I'm not going to disappoint. I'm not going to disappoint. I'm gonna pull some hair, right? But I feel like we could get 8 more, because I'd like to see 50, right? That'd be a fair ratio. 50. That means probably about 15 people. 15 people probably are thumbing down, because they don't show the thumbs down anymore. But probably 15 to 20 people are thumbing me down. Yeah, so a good 50 on the thumbs up section. I think that's a good ratio. So altogether, we got about 60, 65, 70 people participating on the guest book altogether, one way or the other. That's a nice turnout. Mac and cheese, hello. Alicia. I can't read. Never claimed I could. Why do you think he's privileged? It's a joke, Elisa. It's a joke. It's called white privilege. It's a thing out there called white privilege. People who drive around in expensive cars, middle-aged white privileged people. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But it's a joke. It's a joke, Alyssa. Just go ha ha ha. that Mallory Williams is such a card. That Mallory is such a card. That's all you gotta do. Wee Jobby, perhaps jaundice is the real skin shaded Walter lightens to go to the warehouse. Oh my goodness, now that's rich. I didn't see that one coming. Jobby, I didn't see it coming. Can you imagine? So he's doing light face in order to better his position and his better his chances in his professional life, right? So in real life, he basically is Walter Mercado, the tarot card reader. But to be more successful in the Americas, right? Let me rephrase that, because I'm not completely ignorant, as I do recognize Puerto Rico as a state, okay? But in the continental United States, right? That's the attached part to better facilitate his professional life in the continental US of A. He just prefers a lighter look, right? It's almost like a chameleon. So he's a chameleon and wanders around 18 shades lighter than he does. 18 shades lighter in the sunlight. That's very interesting. Very interesting theory. See, this is what a side chat is for. Oh, good. If you manage to crack yourself up, you get us all going. It happens from time to time. Christina Maria, hello. How are you? Fluffy Hedgehog. Hi, all. Sorry I'm listening. I'm just busy cooking. We love that. Just reach over when you put the saucepan down, reach over and sign the guest book, because I need one more signature to hit 50. I'd like to have 50. Normally, I close out of here with like 100 guest book signatures. But people are being a little bit fussy lately with their signatures. They're withholding a little bit. So we're not going to aim that high today. But we got our 50, and I'm happy with that. Listen, it's called reading the room. Sometimes you got to read the room, Miss Williams. And the room says you're not getting 100 thumbs up today. It's that simple. Move on. You're not getting them today. But do enjoy your 50. We'll split the deck. You'll get 50, but you're not going to get 100. Not today, darling. We're not having it, because you said dead girl last night. Last night you said dead girl, and we didn't appreciate it. You can't say dead girl in today's climate. Not going to happen. And we're still sour about that. We're still sour that you said dead girl. Okay. So we're withholding our signatures. All right, girls. Whatever you need to do. But thank you so much for your generous almost 60 guest book signatures now. All right. I gotta go. I gotta get on with the show, because Mr. Vlogger is getting irritated with me. Trust me, he is. If he had my phone number right now, he'd be texting me and say, get on with it. You're losing them. You're losing them, Miss Williams. Get on with it already. Or I'm going to go down and take my camera to the boardwalk and go live. Here's the thing. So the question was, should she sit there and say, well, let me lean in and really listen to what Sloppy Molly has to say? Maybe when Sloppy Molly says, first of all, Sloppy Molly says, I have, okay, full disclosure, full credit, full disclosure. What inspired this clip today, was the clip that German Lady put out today. I follow German Lady. I don't follow clip channels, but I do follow German Lady. And German Lady presented this clip that I found interesting. And it was just enough. It was really what my soul needed to supply the fuel for this live. Because I'm like, well, this is gold. This is gold. I must expound upon it. So German Lady, if you're out there, thank you for the fuel, right? Thank you for the moto, short for motivation. Thank you for the moto. But listen, she says, Sloppy Molly says, listen, I'm not going to tell Laura to eat wax, but I will tell her that I have unsubbed from all of your channels. I don't watch you. I don't want to watch you. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. I might be embellishing slightly now for dramatic sakes, but it's all the same, right? It all stands true. But I will give you this advice. After all, I am everybody's favorite life coach. So you might want to listen up. You might want to listen up, girl. When it comes to credibility and subs, you got to make sure they're all aligned. Again, paraphrasing, because I speak better than Sloppy Molly. So I've got to lay it out better than she will for you. So here's the thing. She says, in her own particular way, that Canna Wax doesn't have enough credibility to sustain subscribership. Where Sloppy Molly, however, does. And I thought to myself, and I'm looking like as if I can see Canna Wax's expression, because I want to see the expression on Canna Wax's face. I'm like, girl, what do you think about that, girl? What do you think about that, Canna Wax? God, I wish I was in the same room with you when you just heard that. Because other than girl, sit the F down, really, what do you think about that? You just got this sage advice from Sloppy Molly, right? The lady who just set up this complete whole, this one woman birthday party on the back of a dead girl, right? Just with no shame in a game, bubbles and all, right? Blowing bubbles all over the place. Dancing suggestively in her Parsons chair, right? The whole shebang, right? This woman just gave Canna Wax this glorious advice after telling her she won't have nothing to do with her and don't watch your damn channels anyway. But okay, because here's what I'm thinking, people. Here's what I'm thinking. Instantly, I'm thinking, wait a minute, bitch. Hold up. Can we just reverse the script? Just, I don't know, 9 days ago? Let's just rewind 7, 8, 9 days ago and anything between that time. Weren't you just telling Laura and bitching to the world publicly that Laura, you lost like hundreds of subs? You lost like hundreds of subs and some members, and you're accusing Laura of taking your subscribers and your members, and you're like, take them, bitch, take them, right? Take them. Go with Laura where you belong, right? Wasn't that happening somewhere in the world? Wasn't that just happening? And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell is this happening now? Because apparently, not even just a week or so ago, just shy of 2 weeks ago, You couldn't even hold on to your subscribers. In fact, your sub count was starting to tank because your credibility that you're lecturing to Candle Wax about, what credibility you claimed you ever had tanked, right? Had completely tanked, given the company and the outrageous behavior that you were that you were participating in and exhibiting in Tennessee, there and about. The way that you were treating your members and the people in your side chat, the way that you would talk to people up on the panel, who would just this very bizarre, outrageous treatment that you would have with people, right? You were losing people left and right. In fact, you were still in the recovery stage. This is what you just did a benefit for the other day, trying to recover your ass, trying to save and salvage, and trying to distance yourself from the asshole that you have been for basically for the past year. But since people can't remember that long ago, let's just say for the past 4 months. People can typically remember 3 to 4 month time spans. So let's just keep it there. Right? You're trying to distance yourself from the complete asshole you have been in the past 4 months. So you thought, okay, I'm going to have a fundraiser for the children's center, right? This will help me. This will help me somehow. And old Laura, side note, old Candle Wax. Listen, I'm a Candle Wax. She never learns. She never learns. Ever. See, I used to have her number. I don't think I have her number anymore. And I don't think she has mine. I don't think we don't communicate. But if we did, right, I would have been communicating with her. I'd be like, have you lost your mind again, girl? Again? Because here's what happened. A few people, a couple trolls claimed that Sloppy Molly, the money she pulled in that night on the back of the dead girl at the birthday party with the bubbles and the Michael Jackson glove and the suggestive chair dancing, right? Not all of it, or any of it for that matter, was going to the children's center or whoever was benefiting from it, right? Basically, it was going in her pocket. Now, we know how it works. Those things go directly from the donor to the organization. We know how it works, right? There's no way for Sloppy Molly to get her hands on that money. We know how it works. Everybody, for the most part, knows how that works, right? Save for a few people that want to come in and say, well, Sloppy Molly is running a scam and she's getting all that money. And yeah, whatever. Say what you want, but that's not true. But you know what? You know what happened, people? Thank you for those thumbs up. That's looking much better. I got to be honest with you. Maybe someone's had a change of heart out there. That's looking nicer. Thank you for the guest book signatures. Listen, you know what Candle Wax did? People, I'm trying to be calm because I'm getting a little excited. It sounds like I'm yelling at you, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? Tell the truth. It sounds like I might have slipped a dose of medication. I haven't. I took my medicine this morning, right? I may have missed it. I may have missed it last night, admittedly, but I took it this morning. I took full dose, right? So I'm just very passionate right now. I'm not yelling at you, Paige. I swear, Davina. In my mind, I'm just talking to you with full-on excitement. Trust me. Don't take this as yelling at you, people. I don't want you to believe that for 1 minute. Just listen, okay? It's very passionate this morning. Plus, I'm drinking caffeine. Here's what Candle Wax does, people. Candle Wax decides, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to white knight. I'm going to strap on my gear and I'm going to go white knight for Sloppy Molly. Not for 2 minutes. Not for 5 minutes. Not even for a little post in my community page, right? But I'm going to go do an hour and 10 minutes of white knighting for Sloppy Molly on a live stream, letting everybody know how wrong they are, right? And how saintly Sloppy Molly is, because she's one of the very few people down here who actually has 10,000 or more subs, who actually do these fundraisers, right? So in reality, people, you all should really be kissing her ass. Lick the sweat off her ass crack, much like I'm doing right now, regardless of her behavior or how she treats people, right? Or how she treats me, for that matter, says Candle Wax. That's neither here nor there, right? See, I'm a big enough person, says Candle Wax, where regardless of how she treats me or where a relationship might be, I can still see right from right and wrong from wrong and all this good stuff, right? And I'm just not going to have anybody come in here and say that Sloppy Molly is in any way running a scam and getting any of that money that she raised, because she's not, right? Now, see what I'm saying? If she felt she needed to be a little sick in the head and strap on her white knight gear and white knight for Molly, right? Because she just can't get you out of my head. You know, she just can't get the Sloppy Molly syndrome out of her head, right? She can't accept the fact that it's just never gonna happen, girl, right? Sloppy Molly just isn't that into you, girl, right? It's never gonna happen, Candle Wax. Never gonna happen. But she had her white knight gear in the closet. Strap it on. I probably shouldn't say strap it on. There's something, you know what? There was something that just didn't seem right about that. Something about something in the closet. Something about Candle Wax going in the closet and strapping something on. I've got to rewind and retract that. That one just didn't come out right. I don't know what that one was supposed to be or gonna be, but that one was dangerous, people. That one was dangerous. And I'm just not sure I meant to say strap it on. I meant put on her regalia, okay? Put it on. Put it on. All right? And then when it is on, go white knight. Go white. The best thing to do, the appropriate white knighting probably would have been, here, I'm going to white knight in my community page, because I'm going to see, Candle Wax wanted to act like it was a whole nationwide problem. Like everybody was saying, listen, you know, it was an epidemic. Everybody was accusing Sloppy Molly of a big old heist over there. Everybody wasn't accusing Sloppy Molly of funneling all that money. Most people know how they work, right? As we established, it was just a few people. But leave it to Candle Wax, because I've said it before. Gotta love Candle Wax, right? Gotta love her. In my own particular way, I got a fever for the flavor of Candle Wax. But listen, in ways like this, I can't help it. I can't help it. I've got to call the bullshit as the bullshit, right? She should have went on her community page and just said, listen, for anybody that has concerns about Sloppy Molly's GoFund, or not GoFundMe, what do you call it, people? Fundraiser. Here's what you need to know. ... Boom. A simple paragraph. There it is. Done, over. She be in good standing in her mind with Sloppy Molly. She did the deed. It's over. Right? But old Candle Wax, like I said, listen, she'll go live. She'll go live over spilled pancake batter, right? You spilled pancake batter on the floor. And there it is. A whole live stream about it. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be in the plate. It's a whole thing. She looks for reasons like this. Big reasons. Just anything to go live about. But here she was, white knighting the whole an hour and 10 minutes for this woman, Sloppy Molly, who continues to treat her like a damn 3-day-old scab on her ass. Constantly picking on it, trying to get rid of it. And it keeps scabbing back over, keeps coming back. I'm like, you gotta let it scab and just let it sit there and ignore it until it falls off. That's kind of, at this point, Sloppy Molly, I'm no life coach. But this is what you're going to have to do if you really want to get rid of candle wax, apparently. You're going to have to just let her ass scab on your ass, right? Just let it scab over until she literally just falls off. Because you can't keep picking at her and flicking around, because she's going to keep growing right back fresh. She's going to fresh scab your ass and back and back and back some more. Because every time you pick her off, she takes it as a sign of affection. A sign of affection. By the way, we're midway through, probably toward the, I don't know where we're at. But at this point, I will say, if anybody wants to drop any of my PayPal links, my Venmo links, or my Cash App links in the side chat for anyone's pleasure or consideration, please do. I appreciate it. And my super chat, I believe, still works. So there's that. There's my taking care of business. So I would say to Laura, girl, when are you going to learn with this one? And what do you have to say? What do you have to say when Sloppy Molly tells you that you need to check your credibility levels if you want to survive on YouTube and sustain a subscribership? You've really got to monitor your channel. And you've got to become far more credible, because as it stands, you are none of those things. Where just a week or so ago, this very same person was insisting you were taking her subscribers, which was partly why she gave you the boot at the time, right? It's very interesting how people just forget. Sloppy Molly being one of them. I don't forget. I see it. And Walter Mercado, back to him, because, apparently he is going to be her ride or die on her new blind audition tour, like we've discussed before. They're starting the blind audition tour because these two are now going to be a force to be reckoned with. They're looking for their third wheel, their new partners to go and fight crime and all that good stuff. This time they're going to be wearing new uniforms, possibly capes, definitely leotards. So do look for that. Do look for Walter Mercado in his leotard. That's going to be worth every penny you pay to see it. So if they should put him behind a paywall, I encourage you to pay the fee. Pay the fee. Right? Just remember to get a video clip for the rest of us broke bitches out here who can't afford to pay a fee to see it. Sloppy Molly tells everyone that she is overtired just after nodding off and staying live for 6 hours. Listen, that's because she doesn't bathe. You can look at her. You can do your own timeline. She's not bathing properly. She's not taking care of herself anywhere in life. She's taking all of her meals very quickly. She's slamming them down. And by meals, I mean whatever she can scarf in her face. That's why it seems like she's constantly hungry and starving. It's because she's eating all day. She doesn't eat proper meals. She's not eating breakfast. She's not eating lunch. She's not eating dinner per se. She's just constantly eating. Whatever's clever, she's got to be chewing on something. Just constantly chewing. They'll be wearing capes and leotards. That's so funny, but it's true. Looking for someone to join them in their whole new cases, right? Then apparently we got their new sidekick. Don't forget, I'm going to touch on this one too, because does anybody remember me? Does anybody remember me talking about Benny about, I don't know, 4 weeks ago? 3 or 4 weeks ago, when I was telling you Benny was learning to do the cha-cha down here? Right? Anybody remember that? The cha-cha hustle down here. Because guess what? I told you, the Summer Wells case has an end date. The curtain was closing, right? Where's he going to go? Where's Gang Gang going to go after that? How's Gang Gang going to continue to get all those gang gangs? His whole basket, all his eggs was in one basket, right? All his eggs was in the Wells basket. Well, when that curtain closed, what the hell was going to happen to Gang Gang? That was his whole scene. That's what brought him on the scene, was his relationship with the Wells. So there's that. And when he started going back and forth with the sloppy mollies, 1 minute he's trying to beat her in the head, next minute they're talking on the phone, right? Same way with Andrea. Back and forth, and suddenly they're having an hour conversation, and then suddenly Andrea's a very intelligent person with a lot to offer. You remember all that kind of stuff going on? Well, which leads us to now last night. Now we've got the whole community. We've got the community e-begathon going on for this lady and all that good stuff. That's its own bag. That is going to be whatever it is, right? It is what it is. But the point is, now he's trying to get a new case going. He's trying to get his teeth into something else, but he knows it's not going to work if he just gets his teeth into it. So now he's trying to get the other people to agree to put their chompers into it as well, because he knows that in order to stay relevant so he doesn't get iced out, see what I'm saying? He's got to have the other people talking about the same thing he's talking about so that he can continue to get his gang gangs. Because if he's the only one talking about something, guess who's not going to be interested? Those following over there. And the numbers are just going to drop and drop and drop and drop. And he knows that. This is what I'm talking about, how he's been learning to do the cha-cha hustle. So somebody said the other day, that Mallory, I just don't think you're quite aware of what's going on behind the scenes. Let me explain something. I've been here a very long time, and although no, I don't have a crystal ball to know every conversation that's going on behind the scenes. Just trust enough to know that I know players and I know the type of behavior, alliances, and shenanigans that go on behind the scenes. I know all the wheels and cogs, the movements that go on behind the scenes that bring these shows to life and bring all this bullshit to life, especially when it comes to community fundraisers and getting everybody on board in multiple channels. I know the conversations in the background it takes and the cooperation it takes with one another. People don't just spring these things up willy-nilly and suddenly everybody's on board with it. So give me that much credit. Give me that. Okay. God, how much do I love you, Mallory? You split my side open from laughing so hard. Sometimes the truth can be so damn funny. The truth is what it is. Like I said, I try to make it so much more palatable for people. Not everybody likes to hear the truth, because what did I also say? I will remind some people what I said in regards to talking about people that you like. I said quite clearly just weeks ago, possibly even days ago, I'm getting old, people, but I said quite clearly, It's all fun and games when I'm talking about people that you don't like. Like, very easy to talk about Sloppy Molly because a lot of people don't like Sloppy Molly. A hell of a lot of people don't like Sloppy Molly. But at the end of the day, Sloppy Molly's not going to be the one to talk about much longer. You know, this is not the Sloppy Molly channel, believe it or not. This is the Mallory at Random channel, and I will go from person to person, from content provider to content provider, from topic to topic, because the thing is, nobody owns my channel. I'm beholden to no one. I don't have any backroom deals with anyone. No one's ringing my phone to spin the cogs on my phone and get me involved in any of this crazy shit. See, so that leaves me the freedom to say any goddamn thing I want about anybody. Now, the problem with that is, well, I really like Benny. I really like Benny. And, well, I'm afraid if Benny sees me in here and you're saying something mean about him, he might not want me in his side chat no more. Well, that's something that you're going to have to contend with as an adult, right? That's something that you all will have to decide as YouTubers and YouTube participants. And that goes for anybody that you may like. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't stop the show or put the brakes on just because it happens to be somebody that you all think fondly of or like. My opinions will always be my opinions. Just like last night when I was calling out the e-begging for exactly what it was. Well aware that no one else was calling out the e-beggerism for what it was, because everybody happened to be on board with Benny, right? At the moment, he's the golden boy. So if he says, listen, empty out your wallets, throw your watches on the table, I want to give it to this drug addict over here for 6 months while her husband's in the pokey, right? This able-bodied woman who can work and fend for herself with no kids to feed at the moment, right? Give me all your money. Throw the watches on the table now. I'm going to give it to this lady, and we're going to pay her. We're going to pay the, you know what I mean? And you all going to cough it all up. But on your way over, you're going to stop by my page like somebody did last night or early this morning while I was sleeping, and told me once again to get a job and call me an e-beggar because my supporters purchased me some things on my wish list, right? Which, thank you, because one of my beautiful supporters kindly reminded the asshole, just for shits and giggles, reminded the asshole that so many of my supporters were trying to send me stuff. What can I say? Do you have a post office box? No, and I don't collect things at my home address, so you can't send me things, people. I'm sorry. This isn't my address per se. I share it with family. Do you have an Amazon list? I do have an Amazon list. I don't really do much with it. I don't push it, right? So it really was my supporters who prompted me to update my Amazon list and put it out there, right? That's because they were excited. And those people that wanted to support my channel and support me wanted to do that for me. Period. Has nothing to do with me waking up one day and saying, listen, I'm gonna come up with some e-beg and sob story and say, well, my house burnt down and burned up all my furniture, or I had a flood. See, that's the difference. I had a flood and a pipe broke, and I just bought new furniture, y'all, and it just came and soaked up all. And I got mold on my couch, and I had to throw it away, and now I don't have nothing, and I don't know how I'm gonna start over. I just spent $1,500 on this new couch and chair, or whatever it is, and all my little. Oh my God! See, that's e-begging, people. That's what these people don't understand. That's the difference between e-begging and a wish list. A wish list is just that, a wish list through Amazon. People go there with their own fruition, their own goodwill, and do what they want to do, right? No one's being baited into anything. No one's getting strong-armed. No one is getting manipulated in their heads. No one is getting controlled by a sob story to the point, well, Jesus, I feel bad. I was going to go on a vacation this weekend, but this poor girl, she just had a complete flood in her house. You know what? I don't really need that vacation this weekend. I'll do something a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna do the Lord's work, and I'm gonna send this girl $500 to help her get squared away so she can have something to sit on. Get her some furniture and some plates and whatever back in her. See what I'm saying? But this is the kind of stuff that Benny and the gang is trying to do now. Right? This is what was happening, people. So when we hear the sloppy mollies and we hear these other people talk about respect and credibility on your channels, this is what they talk about. This is what they're meaning. That's credibility. And all those people lined up there last night, that was their definition of credibility as well. No offense, but nobody was calling that out. So that was their definition of credibility. When you're sitting up in there, watching this all go down, listening to this man talking about taking care of this able-bodied lady for 6 months, not paying her rent for a month till she gets by, not helping her out with some groceries for a couple weeks, not paying her light bill for a month, right, so she's not sitting in the dark till she gets her next paycheck. No, nothing like that, right? Wants her taken care of for 6 months while her husband also apparently has addiction issues, sits up in the jailhouse. Really? Get the hell out of here. I say get the hell out of here with that. You are the only one I ever splurged on via wish list because I was happy to do so for the very fact that you don't elicit guilty virtue signaling nonsense. I don't do that. I've never done that. And I think it really pisses off the haters because they don't have anything. They don't have anything on me like that. It's very easy to throw out e-beggar, which I don't mind being called an e-beggar because, listen, it does not faze me one bit. Truthfully, it doesn't. My only thing is, as long as you are going to call me an e-beggar, I'm definitely going to point out your hypocrisies, right? While you're sitting up there in e-beggar central, I'm definitely going to point that out for you. But feel free to call me an e-beggar all day long. I'm going to sleep well at night. Mallory, you are a class act. I love your style. Your living room is perfect. So happy people help fulfill items on your wish list. Not a damn thing wrong with that. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it, says Jersey Girl. I appreciate a real deal kind of gal. I deliver it as it is in a real deal kind of way, Ruby Red. They have no idea how to do the magic you do. No, they don't. They don't. Because the truth is they're not authentic enough to deliver in such a way. They're not authentic enough to stand in their own stench, as I often say. They're not authentic enough to stand in a solo act kind of way. They've all got to attach themselves to somebody or some cause, right? That's what they have to do. They have to form alliances that they can't survive on their own. Even old Benny over there, old gang, he can't run his game as a solo act. He clearly has established that this early on the scene, he's already established that he cannot run a game solo. He doesn't have the skills, he doesn't have the talent, he doesn't have the focus to do it. He's got to manipulate, and he's got to do the Benny Cha-Cha, and he had to learn really quick. And that's why he'll be right there in bed with Sloppy Molly. He'll be right there in bed with anybody that he can. You'll see, mark my words, anybody that he can in order to keep his channel relevant, in order to keep those gangs continuing to come in. Because he's got a taste of the gangs, people. He has got a taste of the super chats, Not the super chats, because he's not monetized, right? But here's the thing. Disability and all that good stuff, it's a little tricky. But I think as it stands now, Cash App, they don't report. They're not reporting to the IRS or some shit, right? Automatically. They're not reporting, right? PayPal, anything 500 or more, they're reporting your ass to the IRS. You're getting reported, right? So they know what you're making. I don't think Cash App is that far along yet. So I think that's why he loves his Cash App gangs, right? That's why. He's not letting them go. He's fighting right now. He's doing that cha-cha the best he can with anybody who will cha-cha along with him. And believe it or not, it seems like there's an awful lot of participants out there who are well established in this community, very well established, who for some reason or another are all too happy to bring him on board and do the cha-cha with him. That is a little surprising to me. Because I'm like, what are y'all getting out of it? I mean, not for nothing. But this is a situation where Cha-Cha Benny needs y'all more than y'all need him. What are y'all getting out of it? Right? I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused there. Time will tell. But at the end of the day, what's they're all in the coots together. I guess, what? The more the merrier, the more the merrier. Are you saying Backdoor Benny goes to prison and does the cha-cha? That's exactly what I'm saying, vlogger. Somewhere along the lines. Hello, Remy. Hello. How are you? Alicia Claire, how are you? Good to see you. You speak of, let's see. You should be goals for some of these clowns you speak of, Miss Williams. I am a solo act. I have to be a solo act. Who the hell is going to put up with me? No one. Right? No one can sit. Not too many people can sit alongside me on panel. That's for damn sure. Right? You think Bullhorn Betty likes things done her way? Imagine me and Bullhorn Betty riding in a car together, right? Trying to get some from point A to point B. Imagine how that show's going to play out. You think her and Molly were a show, a power struggle. Oh, honey, that's a cakewalk. Put Bullhorn Betty in a car with me for 6 hours, right? 2 bitches enter, 1 bitch leaves. And trust me, I'll be the bitch walking out the car, right? They'll be calling me the downtown strangler when it's all done. That bitch will be folded up like a goddamn pretzel, like an old auntie's pretzel, right? Make no mistake. Walter Mercado wants to come up on panel. Well, that depends. What shade? Will he be in blackface? Will he be the privileged white man like I saw yesterday? The Caucasian? Will he be Stuart Smiley? Will he be in blackface, or will he be Walter Mercado? I mean, what shade of Walter will I be getting? I gotta know, right? Because there are many shades. That should be his new channel name. The Many Shades of Walter Mercado. Formerly Justice for All. Formerly Justice for All. The Many Shades of Walter Mercado. Gotta love him. I can't be hosting no blackface up in here. I can't do it. I'm telling you right now. Another shade or two. Another shade. Listen. That's straight up blackface. This straight up blackface. And you're gonna see it. Live on the Sloppy Molly show. There's Walter Mercado doing blackface, and everyone's just gonna be sitting there giving super chats. You'll always have a seat on my sofa and table, Mallory. It's a pleasure to sit next to you. Thank you, Floor. I certainly appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it. Here I go, cracking up. Page, but it's true story, right? He'll just be sitting there. That's just full on blackface. Like, does anybody remember that episode of the Brady Bunch where Jan Brady walks into the party with the afro? Hi, everybody. I'm Jan Brady. How do you like my new look? Right? That's Walter Mercado. Hi, everybody. I'm Walter Mercado. How do you like my new look? And he's just in pure blackface, right? Walking into the party, just as serious as it could be. I'm like, girl, all right, rerun. Oh, my God. Looking like an extra from Good Times. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Really, Walter? Really, Walter? That's what we're going for today? God damn. Oh, my goodness. Somebody talk to this boy. Somebody please talk to that boy. Oh, God, he needs a friend. And Sloppy Molly's not going to tell him. Right? See, Walter would hear me and thinks, well, she's just being hateful. No, Walter. I'm that friend. I am that friend that would never have allowed it to get this far, right? I'm that friend that would have already pulled you aside in the bathroom mirror and told you, girl, you can't do this. This isn't working for you. Exactly, Queen Laquifa. Queen, don't make your laughter make me laugh back at your laughter. But you know what I'm saying? I would have already shared with him that, listen, we can't have you walking around like this. And on camera, we definitely can't have. No. Like, let's just adjust the shade. Let's adjust the tonal value. I would have been like, listen here, my handsome little friend. We want you to look the best you can look, right? I want everybody to see my most handsome friend up here on my panel. I don't want them making like little quips and taking jabs at my handsome little buddy. No, I don't. But guess what? Sloppy Molly, that's exactly what she wants. She would encourage the blackface. Go ahead and might as well go get your afro now. Go buy your afro like Jan Brady did. Just go ahead and get your afro. Because I'm telling you right now, if you put an afro on with your current shade of skin tone, right, you would be straight up blackface. No one would tell me any different. Put an afro on, and there you have it. An afro will reveal all. If I'm lying, I'm dying, as the kids say. You got an extra afro in that house where you can test it out, Walter? You got a wish list? Walter, get a wish list and put an afro on it. Type in Jan Brady afro and have somebody send you an afro. And when you receive it, put it on. Right? Let your soul glow. Put it on. And you'll see this big old black woman staring you right back. You'll see Shirley Hemphill staring you back in the mirror, and you'll probably startle the hell out of you. Okay? You'll be, oh shit. You'll be, where the hell did she come from? And then you'll be like, oh my God, that Mallory was telling the truth. That Mallory chick really was telling the truth. I'm a big black woman. I'm a goddamn black woman, and nobody told me but Mallory. Mallory was the only one that tried to tell me I was becoming a big old black woman right before everybody's eyes on national television, right? No one else would tell me. No one. Well, there you have it. Oh my God, look at me. I might actually get 100 thumbs up today. We didn't see that coming earlier, did we, people? We certainly didn't see that coming today. If we could get 5 more signatures on the guest book, people must have had a change of heart. I must have started making some people laugh up in here. Some people must have said, "Listen, she's funny. Okay, I can't act like she's not. I'm trying to be all salty, but I can't pretend this bitch got me laughing. I can't help myself. I got to sign her guest book." Thank you for the 100 guest book signatures. I really appreciate it. That's made my day. It's made me feel like I belong somewhere. Truly it does. Road Trip with Sloppy and 50 Shades of Walter. Oh my God. The 50 Shades of Walter. Bless his heart. I've just never seen one person with so many shades. I mean, not to be shady and all, but true story. Jesus God. Good Lord. I mean, how does this not? Never mind. I'm gonna leave that part out. It would have been funny, but I'm just gonna leave it out. Just gonna leave it out. Walt, see, that's me self-editing. Sometimes I have to self-edit for live television. Like, what's her name from Real Housewives New York cabaret singer? Dang it, I forgot the name. Money Can't Buy You Class. Oh, it's oh my God. It's the lady with the title page. What's her title? That'll help us out. What is her title? If you remember her title, you can probably remember her name. What's happening references are killing me. Kersey, thank you for getting them. Not everyone is picking up what I'm laying down. So I appreciate that you're out there picking up my what's happening references. They're not wasted on everyone. The Countess Luann, thank you, Floor. Yes, the Countess. That. Oh God. Remember name either. She did a show at the that's who it was. Oh, y'all got me tickled today. Y'all just got me tickled like a pickle today. You always bring the laughter. Did you ever do stand-up? Listen, I have been paid for my share of stage work and bringing the laughter. Yes, I have. Better than some famous show I've seen. Well, thank you, Sandy. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. This is just riffing. There's no written material, of course. You know, this is just riffing. Riffing on whatever I have to go on. I used to write a lot of my own little materials and work for my own little shows. What's Happening was one of my favorite shows, says Floor. Yes. Listen, Dwayne was such a little cutie. Old Dwayne. Remember Dwayne? Such a little hottie. And does anybody remember when reboots, right? Reboots before reboots were, they had a reboot of What's Happening, like in the mid 80s. After it went off the air, it kind of came back on and they were grown and suddenly Dee was all cute and pretty, right? Because Dee used to be homely. Dee was homely and sour. And then in the mid 80s, they did a reboot and Dee was come home from college and she was all sassy and cute and all filled out. And she had boobs and a figure. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shit. Who's this? Mallory has been in real show business. She comes from real show business, people. Real show business. Sorry for my Wesley Snipes comment, Mallory. I love Wesley Snipes. Now, what was the comment that you're sorry for, Magnolia? I love Wesley Snipes. My favorite Wesley Snipes was him as Noxzema Jackson. That was my favorite Wesley Snipes ever in Tu Wong Fu. I think he should have been nominated for an Oscar in that film. I really do. Paige says, yes, my mom and I watched it. Oh, yes, I had a huge crush on old Dwayne. Dwayne was a cutie, I gotta say. Okay, so I'm not ashamed. Okay, good. Don't be ashamed. I'm sure you didn't mean it in a shameful way, whatever it was. Unless you did, then yes, be ashamed. Secret hooker reality shows don't count as a celebrity. I don't know. Nowadays they do, Queen. I don't know. I think they do now. It's changed. Rub One Out Rosie says, is this a daily thing? Well, do you need it to be? How are you, Rub One Out? Oh my God, yes. What an excellent movie. Oh no, Miss Thing, you didn't just pull a Yui. Sanford and Son, I love that show. As a kid, I didn't love it. That was more of an adult show for me. I wasn't into the old junk man. But now as an adult, looking back at some of them, I get the humor now. And but no, as a kid, Sanford and Son was not my ticket. Let's see. What We Do in the Shadows, Vampiric Council, Wesley. What is that? What We Do in the Shadows, Vampiric Council, Wesley. Was that a movie or is that a line from a movie? And hello to you, Rub. Hello, right back to you. You know, I feel like I delivered today. I feel like I brought it. I feel like I brought it for y'all. I do. I feel like I served up from sloppy Molly action. I feel like I pulled them both by the hair a little bit, right? By their chinny chin chins, old candle wax. You know, I feel like, listen, no one can talk any sense into her. No one can do it, because Candle Wax is the lady that just forever will know everything. You can't tell her nothing, right? And no one is ever going to tell her that Molly is not her friend. And no matter how many candles that she sold on Sloppy Molly's panel, it's over. The ride is over. It's never going to be the same again. Even if you get back into cahoots with her, there's an old saying, you can never go home, right? You can never go home, Laura. It's over. That ride is over. It's over. I'm sure your candle sales have taken a bit of a hit, to put it nicely, right? They've taken a slight decline. But you've got to figure out a way now to stand behind your own business, your own candle sales, and push it like salt and pepper, right? Make it rain on your terms. Push your business like no one else's business. Don't depend on Sloppy Molly's crew to buy your candles, right? There's no reason whatsoever that you should be white knighting for the likes of Sloppy Molly. Let her fend for herself. For example, the other night when we were talking about your white knighting for her, there was really no need for you to do it. If Sloppy Molly had an issue, her platform at the moment is bigger than yours. She gets way more people in her side chat than you do yours. She can reach more people than you can. So if she has an issue with people saying that she's scamming or skimming money off the top of that fundraiser, she can go right on her own panel and she can correct the situation. She can white knight for herself. She never needed you to come through and do an hour-long stream on her behalf, where it really appeared that you were so desperately trying to get into her good graces. It was like, listen, see, Sloppy, no matter how bad it is between us, no matter how bad and ugly, I still have your back, because that's just the kind of person I am. That's the kind of real friend I am, right? She doesn't need that kind of real friend, girl, right? And you don't need to send that kind of virtue signaling real friend message, because that's what it was. That was virtue signaling on steroids. Because the truth is, Candle Wax, you're not that real friend. You're not that kind of level friend. Your motives are just as clear when it comes to her. Your motives are very clear. So let's just all take stock into what is. Just get out your scorecards. The game is over, right? Sloppy Molly, let her do her thing. Candle Wax, you go do your thing. Stop trying to compete with one another. in any facet, right? You're two different people. You're two different programs. Do your own things. You want to talk shit about one another? Fine. Talk shit about one another. But do it in a way that's entertaining, for God's sake. Try to remember to be entertaining on your channels. Don't just get up there and just sound crankety crank, skankety skank. If you want to talk shit about another channel, be entertaining about it. I know. Take a note from Mallory Williams' channel. I'm no life coach or nothing, right? But if you want to talk shit about other people's channels, do it in such a way where it's entertainment for the whole family. Fun for the whole family can come over. Because half the time, even if you don't know who these people are, I deliver it in such a way where you can still get a few laughs out of it. I'll be damned. I got a super chat. I wasn't expecting one of those today. First bell of the day. Thank you so much. Listen, it's foreign currency. I don't know how it translates, but I love it. Thank you so much, mac and cheese. Moral of the story, candle wax. Do not be a Gretchen Wieners for sloppy. Fetch is not going to happen. Oh my God. Fetch is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Thank you, mac and cheese. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ken. But they're not entertaining. Have you forgotten that already? That's why we watch this channel. Thank you. And thank you, vlogger. Thank you. But I try. I try to inspire those around me, right? It's all I can do. Inspire people to remember what YouTube is all about. Remember why we really do supposed to come to YouTube is to escape our own funks and be entertained by these low-level entertainers on YouTube, right? That's what it's all about. That's why we give up our cable channels. That's why we often lose touch with what's going on out into the real world, because we get sucked in to these little low-level entertainers because they're so goddamn funny and interesting. We can't get enough, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. We're not supposed to truly trade in our horrors to piggyback on somebody else's horror. It's not supposed to be like that. You know what, blogger? If it's 30 cents, it's 30 cents. I appreciate every super chat that comes through. Every super chat that comes through, I appreciate it. Diamond Cutter, thank you for sharing my Cash App, my Venmo. Listen, it's a new month, people. In order to get a check next month, I got to make money this month. That's just how it works. That's just how it works, people. So thank you. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Thank you. YouTube is, wait. Oh, that's the name. AIM. Says Fax Mallory. YouTube is, what a name. Jesus to God. I have seen Mr. Vlogger's gorgeous mane, but you might. He has cute hair. Have a beautiful day, Mallory. Bye, chat. Are you leaving us, Sandy? Jersey girl, don't go. Diamond Cutter. Listen, let's all acknowledge Diamond Cutter is officially Diamond Cutter. She has dropped the formerly known as Prince. Formerly known as Barnyard. So she is officially Diamond Cutter. I think that's pretty darn cool, right? So congratulations on the official name change. We all love Diamond Cutter. Diamond Cutter is up in the house. So good to see you. Diamond Cutter. Okay, go back to work. Go make that money, Jersey girl. Go make it happen. Make it happen. For all us broke bitches that just aren't making it happen, you go make it happen for the rest of us. Mallory, I not only saw his hair, I also saw a picture of him last century, and he is a beautiful man. Last century? What are you talking about? Like when he was a younger version of himself? Is that what you're talking about? How are you getting all this inside information on the vlogger, man? Language of horses. Hello. Language of horses. How are you? Well, everyone, I think I'm about to close this out. I don't know. It's early. If anything crazy happens, I could be in one of those days to go. I could do a double feature later today. I don't know. You just never know. I rarely do double features, but you just never know. I just feel like something weird is going to happen today. I can just feel it. Mallory, I need a haircut for real. Yes, he has like he was like 25 or 30 in the pic. I'm sure he was a cutie. He's got really nice features, bone structure. I'm quite sure he was a cutie. I shouldn't say was a cutie, like he's not still a cutie, but you know what I mean. The younger version of himself was a different person. You know, that's how I kind of think of us all. We were all different versions of ourselves. So that version was a cutie. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day. That's what Remy says. Remy is signing off for me. She's just signing off for me, everyone. Did you all enjoy this? Did you all enjoy this chat? Do you think afterwards we can get some commentaries in the side chat to help with the analytics? I would like to see and read some commentaries. If you have missed any of this, and if you'd like to go back, it was a joke, people. Yes, he was joking about the 30 cents. He has that dry humor like mine. Don't forget, people. We share a very dry humor. Hold on. I might have to stay an extra minute. Jobby just sent $20 on a super chat. A nice little fun super sticker there. Thank you so much, Jobby. That really helps out a lot. That's going to go to assure that I get a check next month. Thank you. I do like to know that I'm going to get a little check next month. I appreciate it. That's very nice of you. Can you imagine the end of the bullhorn after Walter uses it? Oh my goodness, Diamond Cutter. Diamond Cutter, listen, we had a whole expo on Walter. Listen, I don't know how long you've been here, but you might have to go back and listen to some of it. It was a very funny show, Mallory. Thank you so much. I'm going out in real life now. Okay, go enjoy outside in real life. Thank you for being here, Mr. Vlogger, as per usual. Mr. Positive, there's my sexy beast. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you, everyone, for coming through today. As I was saying, if you've missed any of the earlier part of the show, please go back and check it out on the replay. Be part of the replay crew. If you will leave some comments in the comment section, I love to read them. I love to go through and put my little hearts on them, right? Listen, everything helps. Every interaction helps with my channel as far as getting it placed and suggested for people to watch. So I do appreciate y'all. Till next time, do take care. Bye-bye.